Well, thank you everyone for having me at your meeting today, and for giving me the opportunity to present to you and talk to you a little bit about an important topic. So before we get into things, I just want to ask a question. How many people watched the Winter Olympics this year that just ended about a month and a half ago? Awesome. So I wanted to start out with a little story of one of the events from the Olympics that I really enjoyed a lot and that really impacted me. So in these Olympics, the US Olympic team was competing in an event that hadn't been held before in the Olympics called mixed team aerials skiing. Now, this event is something that hadn't been held in the Olympics before. However, it has had, world championships and competitions globally before, but this was the first year it was being held in the Olympics. And basically, before we get any further, I wanted to show just a little clip of what it looks like. I think you'll find it's actually really cool. I've loaded up a video here. So let's go ahead and just take a short look at what this event is. One little highlight here. Got another one from another USA guy in another event. So basically, as you can see, the sport involves skiers shooting down a slope, going off a huge jump, I don't remember the feet or meters in the air, doing a crazy bunch of flips, and then trying to stick a landing on the other side to get points for their team. They make it look so easy, but it's not, I can assure you that. So anyway, so this was a new event in the Olympics this year. And over the course of these world championships and global events, the team from China has just dominated, and people knew the Chinese team was good. They expected them to win. Same goes for this Olympics. Well, by the end of the event, the US team took home the gold. Oh, I'm sorry. Here's a picture of the Chinese team. They ended up getting silver, and the US team brought home the gold in an event that really nobody expected them to. So the question is, how did they pull this off? How did the US team upset the giants of the aerials team skiing, the Chinese team? How did they do it? Well, they did it through teamwork, with each person doing their job and pulling their weight for the collective good of their team. So while each individual member of the team was scored individually, following their runs, they each had to do their job in order for the team overall to win and find success and get the gold. So that takes us into the topic of today of teamwork. And the first question we have to ask ourselves is, what does it mean to be part of a team, to be or not to be? And the definition I found online says that to be a part of a team means to come together to achieve a common goal. So as a retail store, I'm sure you have goals. Your management team, your executives have set out goals for what they want you to accomplish either in this year, in the quarter, however it's set up. And I imagine some of these goals include things like financial gains, making money for your company, but it probably also has to do with ensuring, a safe environment for your shoppers, a comfortable shopping experience for them. And each of you in your own way plays a part in making this reality. Not all of you have the same job title, have the same responsibilities. Everybody does something different, but you're all coming together to achieve this common goal of, what your team has set out to do. Now, a team, as many of you probably think of when you think of the word team, you think of sports, you think of baseball, basketball, football, soccer, whatever. And that's true. Teams are, a group of people. The point is, a team can be anybody from 2 people to 2,000 people. So you guys are here at a retail store. I'd imagine you probably have, 50 to 100 employees, obviously not all working at the same time, but there's a lot to cover. So you have to have a large team with everybody doing their part to make things happen. Now, it really doesn't matter, like I said, if you're a cashier, if you're a shelf stocker, manager, janitor, if you're bringing the carts from outside, whatever your job is, you have a role. And without you, the company will not succeed. Whether you believe you have a small role or a big one, you are important and you are needed as part of this team. Now, there have been lots of studies and data about teamwork and how it affects the workplace. And I just wanted to share a few stats with you that I found to kind of reiterate the importance of teamwork here. So, and these stats come from Salesforce, a very popular work employee data website. So this first one says about 75% of employers rate teamwork and collaborations as very important. I'd imagine it was on a scale of super important, very important, more or less important, not very important, you know, something like that. They rate it as very important. 75% of people, 3 out of 4 employers rate teamwork and collaborations as important. Obviously, each industry has their different views on teamwork. But again, we're focusing on you guys here at home. You are a team. Your job is to work together to make money and help your customers get what they need. So this stat does say employers rate teamwork and collaborations as very important. However, again, all of you as employees make up the team. It's not just the managers. It's not just the executives, the owners of the store, whatever. Everybody makes a part of this team. So it's important for all of you to see teamwork as an important thing. It's not, you can't just go out and do it. You have to believe it as well. And you have to believe that working as a team will help make you better. Now, and again, if it's important to the bosses, it's probably important to you and should be. And having that mindset will help you as you take the steps to become a better, more effective team. Now, another stat says 86% of employees and executives, so lumping the two groups together in this one, cite lack of communication or collaboration for workplace failures. So when things go wrong, 86% of the time people say it's because there wasn't communication. You know, somebody forgot to mention that, you know, this thing needed to be taken care of or whatever. I found this funny comic here. You can probably see on the screen, just a team of doctors. Looks like, unfortunately, they dropped one of their patients on the ground. And because they might have agreed to go on 3 and maybe somebody didn't say, who knows? Point is, there was a failure. They didn't communicate, and that's what happens. And it can be something as small as, oh, a customer had to wait, you know, 15 minutes before they got help finding a floor rug, or something huge like a financial problem, you know, that's costing the store a good amount of money. Lack of communication is generally a huge reason for these sorts of issues. So it's important to communicate with each other and to be able to help each other. That's really the big thing. You each have your own role, but it's important for you to talk to each other. Even if, you know, the janitor is doing something different from a cashier, those two may need to communicate on occasion. It's important for them to understand what each other are doing. That way they can help each other if need be. They can, you know, report to managers any problems or issues going on. There's so much that goes into it. So, you know, being part of a team, you each have your own role, but everybody is important and necessary. And it's important to talk about that so you can find success. Now, I do want to hear from you all a little bit, just to kind of get some ideas of what do you believe makes a good team? For many of you, this probably isn't your first job. You've probably worked at other places before. For many of you, maybe it is your first job. I don't know. But so you've probably got some experience working in a team. So I just want to hear from each of you a little bit about what you believe makes a good team. For the purposes of this practice demonstration, I've got my one audience member here on Zoom. But this portion, I'll be looking for more audience feedback and get some more of that there. And that will help out. So we'll go ahead and move on for this practice presentation. So finally, I just want to reiterate again, you all made some great points about, you know, how you believe a team should work together. And you've given a lot of good ideas. Your managers will hopefully be able to implement some. You know, if there's an area that's lacking, maybe, you know, there can be some, you know, pick up the slack a little bit from management or from entry-level employees, it doesn't matter. You've all given some great ideas. Now, the important part is to put them into action. So, you have your own positions, you have your own roles, but now it's important to go out and just go a little bit above and beyond to make those changes or improvements so that you can have the success that you're looking for as a team. I really like this image that I found online of what a successful team looks like. As you can see, each member of the team has a different color puzzle piece, and the puzzle that they're creating is full of, all the various colors that they have. That's kind of what you are all as a team. You all have a different color, but each part of it, each puzzle piece that you bring to the board makes a difference in creating the overall effect that you're looking for as a business. And so if you do this, I think you'll find a lot of success in achieving your goals and working as part of a team. So to conclude, I just want to reiterate, kind of bring it back to that US Olympic team. People really did not expect them to get the gold medal. People were confident that the Chinese team was going to dominate again. And they did really well. They got second place, but the US team showed their teamwork, showed their ability, and came together to get that gold medal. So you all, like I've said before, you've described various aspects of what makes a successful team. Your company has goals for you. You have your roles and responsibility. You have your training. Your customers are expecting things from you, and you should have expectations for yourself. I know that sounds like a lot, but all of that comes together into making you an effective employee and making you all together an effective team. And I believe that if you do that, you will end up like a gold medal team, like one of my favorite workplace medalists that you can see here. So thank you again for having me. And I really hope that you'll be able to take something away from this. And I look forward to shopping here at home in the future and just seeing, how well you're all working together as a team and the success you're finding. Thank you very much.